¿Será la puerta de por favor? Ese aquí. ¿Dónde? No, nada más que no se ve bien la cámara. ¿No ese ángulo es diferente ángulo?
Oh, ya vi. ¿Ese es güey?
Está hecho bien bonito, güey.
No, pues a buena hora, güey.
Gente. Yo soy un hombre elegante. De alta elegancia. Te lo juro, estoy a punto de olvidarte.
A ver, güey, siéntate para ver cómo te ves. Por favor.
¿Y la luz que estaba aquí atrás, aquí?
No sé.
¿Dónde la pusimos? Creo que está bueno aquí. ¿Pero aquí?
¿Listo, padrino?
Necesitamos la luz que estaba aquí.
No sé,
¿El
güey.
background?
¿Tú la tenías? No sé.
Estaba aquí.
Yo no agarraba nada.
Estamos de pruebas en la cámara. ¿Pero dónde? Ahí está. Got it.
¿Listo?
Listo.
Ok. Una, dos, tres.
Oye, ni me acomodaste, man. I gotta do auto working on this podcast. Go look at my microphone.
¿Inglés o español? ¿Dice inglés?
English.
Ok.
We're gonna talk about the Marc Kerr, the smashing machine. Since we are both fans of smashing people. Okay. Low. Yeah, real low. Remember, you gotta get the mic close because last time it sounded like a little girl.
Ah, lo que puse era el volumen, que lo tenía muy abajo.
And you
A
sound,
ver, habla.
and you sound like a little girl. Look at that beautiful voice. Oh yeah.
Porque ya estamos igual.
Okay.
Ah, pues es el intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we got a nice podcast tonight. This is old and new money. And of course, the old money, there's the newest money out here.
Oh, yeah.
Tonight, it is Friday night. It is cold. That's why I got my black gi on. My beautiful black gi from Inverted Gear. You see
And
the
a
little
panda
panda?
like you.
See the little panda? Boom, boom.
Panda.
Hey, Inverted Gear, Panda Gear. If you guys want to sponsor a podcast, sponsor us. Old and New Money Podcast. We're a fan of your geese. So,
Oh, yeah.
we just finished watching. I'm out here with my boy Orlando here in San Jose, California, on the West Coast, representing West. Dang, it's cold out here. You guys cold too? Wherever you guys are watching us from? So, we just finished watching a killer movie. It was a movie that was highly recommended by my boy out here because he is a fan, a fight fan fanatic. So
Not
it is.
not just a fanatic, fighter as well.
You're a fighter too, bro.
Fighter. And you're a fighter as well.
I'm a fighter too. I
Hell
don't
yeah.
just rock the gi. I actually get down dirty. I enjoy it. So we're both fighters, and he is more of a striker. I'm more of a strangler, choker, submission, grappler, whatever you want to call it, right? So we just finished watching The Smashing Machine, Marc Kerr. Now, he was bugging me for like weeks. We gotta watch this movie. You gotta watch this movie. You gotta watch this movie. We gotta watch this movie. This movie reminds me of you.
I just told you once.
Bro, you every day you were texting me. You guys want to see my text messages? Right there. Look at it. Boom. So, he was telling me about this movie for a long time. Especially today. Dude, let's watch the movie. Let's watch the movie. All right, our job is done after we finish all of our business and work and selling real estate. Then we can watch the movie. So we just finished watching the movie. So, why were you telling me so often about watching this movie? You kept saying, "Oh, you gotta watch this." Why were you so adamant about Abel? Watch this movie now.
Okay. In 1 second. Excuse me.
You're excused. Now, he was telling me about this stuff. What he was telling me.
Did you just ask me a question?
Yeah,
You're not
but
like
you know
let
what?
me answer it?
No one wants to know what you're saying right now, right? So he was telling me, Abel,
It
this
doesn't
movie
matter.
reminds. Doesn't matter. Okay, go.
What the? What's going on, old man?
Go.
Okay.
Alright.
So the thing with this movie is that
I think it attacks the 3 parts of life that we always talk about,
Tell me about it.
which is being strong, being mentally and physically. It attacks the personal relationship that you always have to be disciplined
Mhm.
and strong as well, and the business or the money part.
Okay.
So it talks about life, but if you look at it with in a closer look, it tells you about everything, how a man has to be, and it doesn't tell you the story from success, but it tells you a story from, in a way, failure. I think at the end of the day he was successful, but what I'm trying to say is you can learn from that movie a lot of things.
Well, I think there's so much. To me, it doesn't talk about the way he grew up or his high school days,
No.
his training, college,
No.
collegiate, or the beginning of his MMA
Yeah.
career when he was smashing fools before he got to Pride. It picks up, where Pride starts, where he starts getting the big fights in Pride. And to me, it was a lot of lessons of a downfall of a man, right? And to me, there were just so many lessons on what it is to be, how a man can fail. The biggest lesson that I got right there is depending or trusting your woman too much. It sounds bad. I know it sounds bad. Not how I meant it to be, but it is. If a man is on his mission, because in my opinion, and for what I saw and his age, at the age that he retired, and how many fights he should have won that he lost, I think his woman, if you see the movie, the woman is the one that really destroys that man. And we talked about it all the time. Hercules, what's the other guy? Samson and Delilah.
Yeah.
Samson and Delilah in the Bible. What happens? Who killed his strength? The woman. In the Bible, it talks about cutting his hair. Okay? Oh, I cut my hair. Oh, I lost all my power. Oh, I got lipstick. I need Viagra to get it up now. All right, he became weak when they cut his hair. But if you think about it in real life, okay, all of us have a Delilah. All of us have a Delilah unless we protect ourselves. Now, if you've been blessed enough to enjoy Delilah, that she's destroyed part of your life or destroyed you completely. To me, if you've been through a divorce, you've had a Delilah. That's all I kind of see. If you're fighting for your child in custody, you have a Delilah. If you started drinking or doing drugs or got depressed because of woman, you've had a Delilah in your life. So that story, Delilah in the Bible, when she pretty much handed him over to the Palestinians or whoever she handed him over to, the strange people in the land. So Delilah, her Samson.
Yeah.
Samson. We all have that. That Bible story of Samson is you. That is you. That is me. That is him. Okay. Now, how many times are we going to go through a Delilah? How many times do you have to go through a Delilah? That was the biggest thing that I kept, because me and him, we're Mexican. So we talk while we're watching the movie, right? The whole time. You think blacks talk? Mexicans talk too during the movie, right? You know, we don't be shushing each other up. We just talk, right? The good thing is now we watch the movies here at home. We buy them, $9.99. Fresh out the movie theater, buy them, watch them. We can pause and talk. So what I kept saying, and he kept laughing, I was like, oh, here's another man's gonna go to destruction because of a woman. Because of a woman. Another man is gonna lose his whole career, his money, is gonna lose his whole warrior path because of a woman. And that's the main thing that I saw. That's the main thing.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it is the downfall of a lot of men. But nobody teaches, thankfully we do,
Now.
we do this podcast and now there are people, right?
But at that time, it was 2000. It was that movie was from 1997 to 2000. So in that time, Marc Kerr, he didn't talk about his dad or his uncles or anybody who he had. So who taught him about women? No one.
Yeah, and the thing is for me, I'm going to link it with the other day that we did a podcast talking about this. At the end of the day, I think it is the responsibility of a man to take control of those things. He had many opportunities to tell the girl,
F off.
Exactly.
Leave.
Exactly. At the end of the day, yes, maybe you didn't pick the right woman. Because it happens. It happens, I think, to all of us. But he had those chances. And even when he's training for that big fight, like one of the last fights,
Mm-hmm.
the girl comes over, and then he's like to his trainer, hey, man, we gotta go home. And the guy's like, are you sure? Because he already done it before.
Yeah.
Like the first 2 weeks, he was not concentrating. He was drinking, being with his girl. And then he did it a second time. So he had those couple of chances where he could have said, you know what, I love you, whatever. We have problems, but I want this.
So why do you think he couldn't say that? Because he was fighting in pride. And for you people that understand what pride is, at that time, through 1997 through before it ended, pride was bigger than the UFC. Pride had more powerful fighters. Pride had better fights. Pride had a better show. Now, we'd watch the UFC here, but when Pride came on, it was Pride. We watched Pride because they had all the great fighters, the greatest fighter in the era. And UFC can say, oh, we had better fighters, or we had clean fighters, or we had USADA. But you know what? I watched these big boys. I like watching these guys on steroids. They were just fantastic animals. They were beautiful creatures. So to be at that time frame and be in Pride, you're talking about the best of the best in the world.
Yeah.
And this woman just took him off his whole mission. This was his life mission.
Well, but you asked me a big question that was, why couldn't he tell her no?
Why?
Now, well, we actually don't know because we don't know the guy, right? But from my point of view, I think most of us, we have that person that it is our go-to, which we always say to each other. That's why you need a friend, but a male. Because women, when they listen to you, like when you're hurt, when you're feeling insecure, and you speak those insecurities, they weaponize that.
Yeah.
And in the movie that happens, like, oh, so you don't want me over there because you're not going to be concentrated? Is that what your stupid friends told you? Blah, blah. And so she started like pointing like against her friends, and he's like, no, it's not about that. It's actually me. Oh, so you're the one that doesn't want, oh, I knew it. And it makes this whole big scene, So as a man, you have to be able to, and I think he said it in the movie too, like, hey, I always have to put boundaries with you.
Yeah.
Yes, man. You always have to put boundaries with these girls. All the time.
All the time, especially now. They're worse than they were before. Look, I think men have always been nice to women because they always want to make them happy. Because the power of the poon is a real thing. And especially for men that have zero access or very little access, or think that's the only poon they're ever going to get, oh man, they're zombies to that poon. So I think at that time, I kind of think Marc Kerr was a simp. Think about it. I think Marc Kerr was a simp. He was a simp that could fight, but he could not tell. He looked like an alpha. He was an alpha when it comes to fighting. When it comes to his home, I think he was a simp, bro.
And this is another
yes
thing
or no? Think about it.
No, and this I don't know because I don't know the guy.
No.
That's
yes,
how
he
they
was.
portrayed it in the movie,
Yeah.
but we actually don't know. But anyway, like if we go
It
based on
was
the
under
movie,
his direction. So it was how he acted. It was what he happened. Is what Marc Kerr decided to show about his relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's directly, here's what Marc Kerr showed. He was a simp. Marc Kerr was a simp. I'm gonna send this clip to Mark. I love you, Mark. We all learn. Hey, I was a simp at one time too. Not really, but let's go with it, okay? But I don't know how to put it to Marc Kerr. I apologize, Mark. I don't want you to beat me up, bro. You know what I mean? You're one of my favorite fighters. Coleman, you're right there too. Don't tag team me, okay? But you were a simp. At least you had simp tendencies at that time. Yes or no? Simp tendencies.
Look,
at
from
times,
what they portray in the
at
movie,
times.
yes, they put the whole blame like on the situation of the relationship.
Yeah,
and
it
this,
was.
that.
It was.
We don't know actually. That's how the movie portrays
brother.
it.
Okay, let's go to the park news with Boss Rutan. When he was in the train with Boss Rutan, what did you see? What did you see? And then she showed up, and what happened?
Yeah.
I love you, Mark. And all of a sudden, boss, I gotta go to Arizona. And boss is like, what? You're gonna go to? You have a fight in 2 weeks. These are the most important 2 weeks of your life right now. You're about to go fight for $200,000, and in 2000, $200,000 compared to now was about 900 and something thousand, close to $1 million. It was like 970,000 more or less. I did the mathematics. I did the mathematics in my brain, so I know.
Okay.
So let's say it was $1 million compared to now. You're about to go fight for $1 million, and just because the girl comes and says, "Mark, I love you. I'm going to Arizona." Sick.
But
Sick.
okay, let's
Oh,
put it
Arizona's
down.
that way.
Let's put it down. You know, like at the beginning when I was saying, the first part is which Mark had is the being strong. You know, you cannot trust the weak. You know, so Mark was a strong person. You obviously can count on him as a friend. But then when it came down to
And he paid for his woman too. She didn't work. He was strong.
Yeah.
Protect her.
Yeah, that's
You
what he
know?
was saying. You know, my
Discipline.
stupid fighting. You know, this we have all this because of my stupid fighting. You
Yeah.
know, so. But look, like
He was awesome.
what I'm trying to say, I guess what I'm trying to say is, look, if you're having trouble with one woman, let's get another one.
No. Do not get another one. No. If you're a focused fighter, and you're a person like Marc Kerr, and all you gotta do is be disciplined, get two. That way you can rotate them in and out. Simple. Not one. Replace the bad one and get two. You're a disciplined fighter like Marc Kerr, bro. Give me a body like Marc Kerr. Give me the ability to be Marc Kerr. I'm gonna have a girl in Sacramento. I'm gonna have a girl in San Mateo. I'm gonna have a girl in San Jose. One in Salinas. And you know, if I want to get a girl, I'm gonna have a girl in Stockton. That's just me.
But you know, yeah, and the thing is, and once that middle part, you know, which is like the relationship, went off, the money went out, and then the best quality that he had was being strong. That went out too.
That went out too.
So it's like if you don't have that like that pyramid, it all come eventually. Everything's gonna come. Especially like we were saying this too, right? There's wolves versus sheep out there. There's gonna be somebody that actually wants it maybe more than you, because they're gonna be willing to do what you just said. I'm not gonna have a girl, or I'm just gonna have two, or maybe I'm just gonna have an ugly one that's not gonna bother me. You know, I'm just gonna do my stuff, and she's gonna be there for me, and that's it. But their priority is, you know, fighting and being successful at this thing that I'm doing. And the other part, I guess, is Mark Coleman. You know, he had a family, his kids, and everything. But what was his priority? Fighting. You know.
And you can tell his wife. Okay, hard to say.
We didn't. Yeah,
we
we
didn't see too
didn't
much.
see it. Yeah.
But you know what Mark Coleman portrayed? Coleman had his wife and kids, and everything was in order.
Locked down. Yeah.
And we never heard of Coleman being on drugs. Never heard of him
that's
extramarital affairs. Never heard of him being on drinking, getting lost. We never heard no scandal about Coleman. So Coleman was on. He was on par.
And you can see they both came up almost at the same time.
Coleman was a little bit older, and he was the manager.
Yeah, but the thing is, how that one thing, like we were saying, you know, not having your relationship at one point.
Yeah.
And this time was with a girl, but sometimes it's your relationship with your friends. You have some fucked up friends, they're gonna fuck up your life too.
Well, I've had some fucked up friends too, you know. I have a couple of friends. The other ones are just people that I was getting to know, right? And we as society will call them friends.
Yeah.
We'll call
exactly.
them friends. You know what I mean? We'll call them friends.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, well, that's what we'll call them. But yeah, bad people will fuck up your life. Anything bad around you, people will be, bad energy. Anyone who does anything bad or stupid, you're like, let one slide. They keep an eye on them. Keep an eye on them. Little bit of greed, no girls, need money, desperate, don't lift weights, don't know how to fight, they're not good with business, can't honor their word. All those are tails, exactly. We call them red flags. Those are, bro, those people suck. If men can't have those things, bro, they're probably going to be out. Sooner or later, they're going to be out. Understand people, because these people, like women, men can also hurt you. Friends that you think they're friends, but they're really just using you for whatever reason, they're going to hurt you too.
Yeah, and for me, it's kind of like a sad movie because he had all this potential, and for whatever reason, he didn't reach it.
He retired too early. Did he ever win the Grand Prix?
I don't know.
In Pride?
I don't know, but
I know he won the championship in UFC, right?
Yeah. No, but I think that really, like those losses and everything really got a hit on him. Like his performance went down.
Because he never lost. He never lost.
Yeah, for the first fight he had.
He never lost until what fight? I don't even remember, but 17. He was 17-0.
Yeah, he was super good.
They asked him this question in Japan, right? In Pride. This little cute Japanese interviewer said, Mr. Marc Kerr, can I ask you a special question? And he said, oh yeah, sure. I have a question for you. When you lose, how do you think that a feeling is going to feel if you lose? And Marc Kerr's face was like so perplexed, right? Obviously, I think The Rock, now it's the Soft, not The Rock, the Soft did a great job because his face was like, I don't even know how to respond to that. It doesn't even cross my mind. And then the Japanese reporter goes, Mr. Kerr, can I ask you another question? What if the feeling, if you just thought about feeling, what goes through your mind? He goes, again, I don't even know how to respond to that. Losing doesn't even cross my mind. Doesn't even cross my mind. Think about that mentality. He doesn't even think about losing and fighting. And I believe he would have kept winning if it wasn't for Delilah, his girlfriend at the time.
But, this is another point that I wanted to talk to you. And it's good that you mentioned it. In life, maybe not in fighting, but all great fighters have lost. But in life, you're going to lose.
Now, John Jones. John Jones hasn't lost.
He's lost, bro. He's lost too.
El Matador.
No. Look.
Elia Teporia, come back. We need you. Sorry, keep going.
So, how do you deal with those losses in life? How do you deal when you... Because in a way, he lost everything. He lost to the girl, when she goes away, to the cops, this, that. He lost all this stuff. So, how do you deal with those things? I think that's another big question.
He lost his mental health. He lost his body health. He's doing so much drugs. We don't know if he lost his house. I hope the house was paid off. It probably was because it was Arizona so cheap. Those things cost like $10.99 at the time. The houses were so cheap out there.
Well, but what I'm saying is there's another thing in the movie. Like, you have to realize as a man, things are gonna get tough at some point in your life, and you have the answer has to be, it never crosses my mind. I'm never gonna lose. No, what type of man are you, and what are you gonna do when those hard times come?
And what did he do when he lost?
He didn't know how to respond.
So what happened to him?
He got stuck there.
Yeah, but what happened to him?
You tell me.
How far did he fall?
I don't know.
He started to cry.
Well, I mean, I think that's something natural. I don't think that's like something that... I think all of us, in a way, we cry. Sometimes we cry.
It portrayed it in the movie that was the first time he ever cried.
Yeah, it looks like it.
In the movie, it portrayed it like that was his first time he ever cried.
Yeah.
He was so dramatic.
It was so hard for him.
It reminded me of you when your girlfriend left you yesterday. And so it was so dramatic. So he cried. Okay? His body was like already hurting.
Yeah.
He went into that fight high, like drugged up.
Fight. Like the girl asked him, right?
Yeah,
like,
he asked him.
Are you high? Blah, blah.
And his girlfriend was like, "Are you high? Are you okay? Your eyes are like God." So his eyes must have been like right before the fight. Of course, he got his ass whooped, right? So he lost, and then his mind broke because now I'm a loser. Because the one person like that's been winning.
Yeah,
for
that's what
27 years straight.
That's what I'm saying.
All of a sudden you get one loss, and now I'm a loser.
Plus the fighting game is like one loss can change your whole career. That's another big part.
Especially for an undefeated fighter like him.
Yeah, that's another big thing.
Yeah, that's a big thing. So He lost his health. His girl was already gone. He just didn't know it. Because to me, a girl that's always destroying you and mad and just messing things up, he was about to fight the biggest fight of his life. And this girl, every time before a fight, she starts acting up.
Yeah.
2-3 weeks before the fight, she starts acting up all crazy. Oh, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? You don't pay attention to me. The man is getting in the zone. He's getting in the zone to about to fight another juggernaut, one of the baddest fighters in the world.
No, and the things that come after that, you know, if you win, it changes your whole life forever. You become a legend.
If you lose also.
Exactly.
And so, he lost all of this stuff. Mind, body, he lost his spirit, he lost his girl, he lost his money, he lost his perfect record. In his mind, he lost his reputation. The whole world saw him lose. He lost everything that he's ever worked. Imagine everything you ever worked for in your life, and you lose it. And you lose it. And you lost everything you ever worked for in your life. That's why we have Delilahs. There's some of you men out there that have lost everything and down to zero. You understand that feeling. Every man that's been through a divorce knows that feeling. Every man that's been through a custody battle knows this feeling. Feels like you lost everything. Okay? And what did he do? He suffered. He didn't bounce back as fast as he should have. The only wise thing that his girl said like crazy stuff throughout this whole life, right? The only wise thing that she ever said was this. And I want you to understand this. Every single person needs to understand these wise words from Marc Kerr's wife. Okay? She was a puta, but she said these wise words right here. And all you need to understand this, okay? Whatever it is you're going through, these are the wise words. You ready? Mark, you lost the fight. Get over it. That's it. Get over it.
And then he breaks the whole house.
And then he destroys it. And then he
just heard, you lost.
And he goes to rampage and breaks the door and smashes everything. Yeah, right? But in reality, get over it. It's just a fight. You get over it. It's just a divorce. You get over it. You just lost your job. You get over it. You just smashed your car. You get over it. You just lost your kids for a little while. You'll get them back. You get over it. Oh, your brother doesn't want to talk to you ever again. Who cares?
Exactly.
Who cares?
Exactly.
All of us have gone through crazy drama in our life. You think we don't know? We know. Every time I train, mixed martial arts is full of people that have been through shit, right? Mm-hmm. And they all want to get stronger, better, because they need to get over it. And they need to understand that if you're fighting in there, all men that are in the dojos, they've been through something in their life, okay? And they're fighting through it, and they're way better, way stronger. That's why I always recommend go train a martial art. Go train something. Yeah. You like boxing, you like kickboxing, Muay Thai. I like grappling, wrestling. Jiu-jitsu is the best now. I think even if you don't like it in the face, go learn jiu-jitsu. You'll work through so much stuff that you're always thinking. You're battling the man. You become manly. You learn how to defend yourself. But all men are going through problems, just like Marc Kerr. His were just shown on TV. Ours are all private. Some of mine are public. All yours are private because you got no problems. You're perfect, bro. But a lot of men are going through this stuff, and you just go like this. It's a fight. Get over it. Those are the only wise words that woman ever told Marc Kerr. Apart from that, she was just a disgusting Delilah. But don't let these problems. And I'm focusing on her as a woman. Because every time something was going wrong, it's always the root was. You're supposed to say the woman. Let's try it again. Take two. And Marc Kerr, every time the root of the problem was. Marc Kerr, he says. So the woman was always the problem, right? So every time that something was going wrong with Marc Kerr, it was because of the woman. Always. So you guys might have these same problems. The root of most problems in the man's life start from a woman. Sounds crazy. But if your problem is not a woman, might be school, might be your parents, might be a drug addiction, say, it's just a fight. Get over it. Close your eyes, blink, wash all that crazy shit out of your mind, and go on, and let's go fight again. That movie was a good movie. I got a lot of good lessons from that, but mostly the biggest lesson was Delilah.
Yeah.
I call that the Marc Kerr's wife, Delilah.
Yeah.
Because she kept cutting off Marc Kerr's power hair. She kept cutting them off at the knees. He was about to make you a bunch of money. This lady didn't even work. Didn't work. All she did was go out till 4 o'clock in the morning drinking with her girlfriends. That's all she did. That was her life. Why would you want anyone to talk to her like that? It's crazy.
Yeah, another thing that, in the movie, Mark is, like, focused and everything. But, like you said, every time something that's gonna happen, you need to be able to cut anything off. You know, he had the problem with drinking. He had the problem with the drugs.
But that was because I think it was because of her. You don't get such a monstrous body.
But you
You're
cannot.
an
You
SCLA
cannot blame.
devil.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. In whatever situation, you cannot blame outside things
It was her fault.
because
I do blame her.
no, but you cannot blame because you're always gonna be a
Simpness.
victim. You're always gonna be a victim. Oh, I didn't win the jiu-jitsu tournament because this guy, because the referee. Oh, I didn't win this because blah blah blah. Bro, train harder. Shut the hell up and train harder. I know it's difficult, but guess what? As a man, it's always gonna be difficult.
But you also have to recognize what the problems are in our life. Who is the problem? Who's the distraction?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, that's
So we
what,
gotta remove.
exactly.
If you, bro, I bet you, if he would have removed her and kept her out of his life, he would have made so much more money. He would have been so much happier. He would have not been drinking, not doing drugs. If he would have stayed with Boss Rutan training, imagine if he would have stayed training with Boss Rutan the way as focused as he was. Oh, bro, he would have won that 200,000. He would have went on to win.
Well, I don't know if
several
Boss
championships.
Rudin was his real coach, like in real life. But,
He trained with him, yeah.
but I don't know if it was like his main coach. I don't know.
He, he had several coaches, but he trained with Boss Rutan.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that's a big.
Movies don't lie.
I think that's a big thing, like what I'm saying, right? Because things are always gonna get difficult, and you have to overcome it. Like you said, you know, so what? You know, you lost. So what? You know, move on.
It's a fight, get over it.
Yeah, and another thing is that we said, even you can have all the talent in the world, you can have everything going for you, but sometimes you're not gonna make it. Even in world that's another reality too. Like even if you train, like maybe you don't make it. That's what happened to him.
See, what do you mean he didn't make it? He made it. He was there. He
Okay.
just didn't keep making it.
He didn't reach his full potential. That's what I'm trying to
Of
say.
what he should have been. Yes,
Exactly.
I agree.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Correct. Okay. He didn't reach his full.
Because yeah, he was a pioneer in MMA. He has a movie.
He had a mission. He
Yeah.
had a mission in life, and he let the woman destroy it. True or not true?
Not true. I disagree.
bro.
I disagree. I mean, I understand what you're saying, and yes, it is true. It is true. But if it wasn't her, maybe it
think
wasn't
you're-
gonna be another girl.
I think you're a simp too, bro. What are you
No,
talking
no,
about?
no. The thing is, I think the problem is the men. I think this is what we're saying. This you said it. He was a simp. If he wasn't a simp, none of that would have happened. So who was the problem, the girl or him?
Both of them.
Exactly, both of them.
Well,
Yeah,
mostly her.
I think mostly him.
Okay, because he was a simp, like, trying to
If
be
a
nice.
girl tells you you need to cut your hair, you need to do this for me, are you gonna do it?
No,
Exactly, but Mark Kerr would.
he did. He shaved off his head. He went bald. He went
That
bald.
wasn't because of her.
Yes, it was.
But
Mark Kerr, tell me the truth. Did you shave your head for that girl? Say yes, bro. I'm gonna send this to him. He always responds to all my text messages. What? Don't get mad because I got a connection with the old G's. With
okay.
the old fighters. I want an old fighter. Old
Okay,
fighters
look,
love old
already.
fighters.
Look,
Tell me.
Aspinall was already pissed off at us. John Jones was already pissed off
Sean
at us.
Strickland's mad at you because you're Mexican.
And then Rampage was mad at you too.
Rampage
Now
got
it's
mad
gonna
at
be
me.
Marc Kerr. Fuck, bro.
And that's just the people that they know. All the other fighters.
They're gonna fucking tag us. All of them. One day we're gonna go out home. They're gonna be all of them. Like we're ready. Like
All the
shit.
amateur fighters that are mad at us all the time.
Oh yeah, that's another one too.
Hey, amateur fighters, every time you guys send me a text message, yeah, I want to be on your podcast. Win first. Then you lose and I never hear back from you again. Don't be a loser. You can be on our podcast. Losers are not allowed here. Losers are not allowed to be on our podcast. Isn't that your rule? So take it out on him, not on me. I'm the nice guy. We are the Old and New Money Podcast. We are out. Bye, winner.